Hi, and welcome to Best in Tesla. So we have to talk a little more about the refreshed Tesla Model 3, as it just got the blessing from Sandy Munro.
The new Highlander. That's
mature.
Holy crap. That thing is fabulous. I love that truck, that car. I mean it sincerely. The thing is articulate. It's so accurate. I can't believe it. I mean it sincerely. It's the best sedan out there.
Wow.
They really did a bang-up job.
And he also mentioned how good Tesla has become at building cars, and that the Germans could learn a thing or two from Tesla.
Now, Tesla could give classes to BMW on how a weld should look, and that's the way it should look.
So with that Tesla, let's check it all out, and let's dive right in. So I have already done 2 reviews of the refreshed Model 3. First tour of it without driving it, and then I got to test drive it for a couple of days, and my mind was blown. But it's not just me. We have seen car review after car review coming out. From CarWow, Edmunds, Motor Trend, Marcus Brownlee, and many more. And people are just very happy with this car. As they have said, they left what we like about the Model 3, but gave us all the things customers have been complaining about. So the only criticism this car has really got has been the talk about if you like or don't like the removal of the stocks. Like I said in my review, I really like it. I think the steering wheel has just become a very nice piece of technology in the Tesla, and I personally think it's a much more refined way of doing the blinkers. But that is all, of course, up to the individual person to decide for themselves. But what is no longer a topic is bad build quality or poor interior quality. Now Tesla has suddenly jumped up there and become a benchmark not just in acceleration, software and safety, but also just in a benchmark for a great sedan overall. Sandy thinks it's the best sedan on the market, and we can of course agree or disagree with that bullish statement. But when you look at what you get for the price the Model 3 sells at right now, I would probably agree with Sandy, not just because it drives very well or the interior is really nice with screen in the back and ventilated seats and so on, but also because it comes in at a price that probably does make it the best value for money on the planet. Because Audis, BMW and Mercedes are suddenly very expensive compared to the new Tesla Model 3, but doesn't really bring much to the table that Tesla doesn't have. Especially if you want a screen in the back and ventilated seats like the Tesla, you have to go up to the really luxurious Audis, and then they suddenly cost twice as much as the refreshed Model 3. But it doesn't really have much more acceleration and performance than the long-range Model 3, and that is before the ludicrous Model 3 has even arrived. I personally think that will blow every other ICE performance car out of the water from the old German premium brands. But the price Tesla is at right now is really what makes Tesla's new premium car stand out from the crowd. Because even if we don't look at the German premium brands, but something like a Mazda, something like the Mazda 3 sedan, it actually has a starting price that is more expensive than Tesla refreshed Model 3, and there is simply no comparison between what you get in terms of specs between these two cars. They are both sedan in the same size, but that is where the similarities end, because Tesla's new Model 3 is way better performing. The long range is about twice as fast from 0 to 60 than the fastest Mazda 3 you can get in my country. The safety is nowhere near Tesla. And if you want something as basic as a wireless charger in the Mazda, you have to pay about $500 extra. With the Tesla, everything is included. Screen in the back, ventilated seat, autopilot, safety assist feature, the great software and navigation. The Model 3 is by far the best car of these two, hands down. But the Mazda is more expensive. I don't think Mazda has very long time left until the sales of that car will completely disappear, unless they drop the prices significantly, because Tesla refreshed Model 3 is cheaper on the sticker price. And then we haven't even talked about the true cost of ownership that makes the Model 3 much cheaper to own than the Mazda 3. You really have to hate Tesla or EVs or be a big Mazda fan to not choose the Tesla over the Mazda. So when people say electric vehicles are not as affordable as ICE cars, it is because they are waiting for the smaller and cheaper version of ICE cars to become electric. Because in the middle class and premium segment, it is simply no longer true. Tesla cars are much cheaper than anything that comes close in performance, specs, and features. But we do also have smaller, cheaper cars here in Europe that are electric. We already have the BYD Dolphin here. That is about $15,000 cheaper than the Model 3. That is not a cheap car, but not up there with the Germans. So Dolphin is a very affordable EV in Europe. And we also have the Dacia Spring for only $23,000. So the affordable EV is already here. But what people are truly waiting for is the really affordable EV. That is also a very good EV. Just like the Model Y came out of nowhere and within 3 years was the best-selling car in the world. I think that was because the Model Y just hit that sweet spot, and good EV with over 500 kilometers of range and fast charging, good charging network with a lot of cargo space, just like our beloved station wagons here in Europe. And it had a tow hitch that could tow 1600 kilograms, which we Europeans also really like. So you just had everything in this great family car, but it was just electric and much more fun to drive than any of the ICE family cars on the market. And the safest. So I think the next generation from Tesla will be exactly that for the truly affordable EVs. It is the version so many people are waiting for. An EV with decent range and fast charging speed, and for the affordable price of $25,000. And because this will be a Tesla, you will still get autopilot, safety assist features, and Tesla's great software. Something really missing in the cheap car today, even the ICE version. Tesla will make something that is better in every way compared to an equivalent ICE car in its price point, because they are not doing it by cheapening the car, but through their production breakthrough with the unbox production method. And of course, you will not get a screen in the back and other luxury features, but it will not be a crappy car. And that will truly hit the sweet spot of getting an affordable EV. Something the old guys will not be able to compete against, as it still costs them much more to make an EV than what they sell them for today. And they have no production breakthrough, so they rely solely on economy of scale and cheapening down the car. It will not be anything that is competitive on price or features to this next-gen Tesla. Just like we see right now, even the equivalent ICE cars can't really compete with the Tesla Model 3, not even really on price, especially not if you want something that has that kind of acceleration and features. So yes, I do think Sandy Munro has a great point with the new Model 3, might just be the best sedan on the planet and the best value for money you can buy. And like I said in my review of this car, this is a car that the Germans should be afraid of, as they don't really have anything that can match this car or its performance, and especially for that price. And we are just about to enter the quarter that Tesla will probably release the ludicrous version of the Model 3, and I really think that version will put the Germans to shame. BMW's M3 was the standard before Tesla came out with the performance Model 3, and now Tesla is just about to take this to the next level for a price the others cannot do. I think Tesla is just about to make the Model 3 the best sedan in the world, just as the Model Y has become one of the best SUVs in the world, as it became the best-selling SUV in the world last year. And I think Tesla will come with yet another category killer with the next-gen vehicle, and hit just that sweet spot for a good, affordable affordable EV that will take the world by storm. So there is basically nothing left for the haters to hate about when it comes to Tesla cars. Even the car expert of all car experts, Sandy Munro, thinks the new Model 3 has become the best sedan in the world. Yes, Tesla will not come out with 30 different models. They will come out with one category killer in each category. And that is it. And scale them to higher volume than what they others will ever be able to do when they make 30 different models, as they will never get to the same volume and economy of scales as Tesla does, with only these few models available. And thank you for watching. And until next time, take care out there and be nice.